Well, in more YouTube drama, it seems like that Noah J just exposed the heck out of MrTLexify after he got caught in 4K diddling.
When Lex first brought Reagan over to the Z house, he told everyone she was 18 years old. 2 weeks ago, Lex released a document and a YouTube video titled My Ex in response to the allegations made by his ex-girlfriend Reagan. In those documents, we found out that Lex knew Reagan was underage and lied to all of us in the Z house about it.
It is very important to note that when my friends first met Reagan, Reagan had asked me to lie to them about her age.
The night that Lex brought Reagan over, he was 19 years old, and we thought Reagan was 18 years old because that's what Lex told us. But in reality, Reagan was 16 years old that night, 2 years below the age of consent in California. Thinking it somehow absolved him of any wrongdoing, Lex then revealed in his video that he knew Reagan was an underage obsessed fan.
Another important thing to mention is that Reagan was an obsessive fan of mine. She fetishized me before I even knew who she was. I never used my influence.
I don't mean to profile people, but with the glasses, he kind of does look the part, if we're being honest. But wait, it gets worse.
Lex was talking to a 13-year-old fan while he was 20 years old to discuss his relationship problems.
Alex was a fan of my channel who had messaged me first because I momentarily opened my Twitter DMs to the public. Alex was the one who initiated the conversation with me. Our communication included a short Skype call during which I discussed the abuse I was currently experiencing with my ex-girlfriend Reagan. The conversation was strictly non-sexual and was never taken anywhere inappropriate. Alex was simply a kind fan that I confided in after a heated argument with my ex-girlfriend Reagan.
That last part is highly questionable, because how do you be 20-something confiding in a 13-year-old for advice instead of your friends? Or to the least, confide in people that are older in your community. Like 13 years old, how could you have a conversation with a 13-year-old about anything relationship problems wise? If anything, they would probably ask you, what do I do when I get cheated on for the first time? That's it. And that conversation probably should be had like if, you know, you streaming and they in the chat asking you a question. Now, you ain't got guys your own age that is in your community or people period that you could just talk to and just ask for advice, or people off camera. No, you want to confide in Discord. But the bizarre part about all this man lied about a girl's age, saying, yeah, she's 19, but really she's 16. That's freaking crazy. And we keep seeing this pattern of YouTubers getting caught up, pretty much ruining their career in the process. And one other thing I did kind of notice, how he was looking at his screen, like you see how I'm looking at the camera. This would be me, like if I'm looking at the screen, it would kind of come off like I'm reading off a script. Look at your audience. Look into the camera and face the crimes you commit. And I see how people was trying to deflect in the comments saying, ain't this the same guy who cheated on his wife? Which of course it was a bad thing that he did that. But I think that's something people could probably look past at a certain point, unless you build your whole brand, your entire content around family, around your girl, or something like this.
My wife. 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 My wife.
Then in a case like that, it's curtains for you, buddy. As if to say, right message, wrong messenger. Then who would you rather come out and call this man out? But with that being said, y'all let me know what you think about this wild story in the comments below. Till next time, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.